Hello, beautiful people. Thank you for tuning into my channel. You're welcome, and I appreciate that you always show up to share thoughts with me on various subjects. Today, I want us to touch on something that has to do with learning. I've already indicated that on this channel, we share thoughts on writing, speaking, personal and professional development, and I indicated that under personal and professional development, we will be looking at education, advancing in education, advancing in your career. And today I touch on education and a sequel to a video I did on learning to learn. So today I want us to touch on learning disorders or learning difficulties. Some people have learning difficulties, specific learning difficulties, which they have no control over. Most of these are genetic, and because they are genetic, it impacts on the way they learn, the way they interpret lessons, and in the end, their output is normally different as compared to children who are regular and do not have such challenges. Today, I want us to focus on a few of them and then learn something about it. So if you are watching this and you're a parent or a student and you've been struggling with your studies, you might want to have a second look at your learning abilities, because it might not just be that you are dumb or you don't understand what is being taught in class, but it might be as a result of a condition you probably have no idea of. So let's dive in. For the series of learning difficulties I'll be sharing with you, we have dyslexia. Dyslexia is a learning condition which makes one unable to read, to write, and to spell. So essentially, it has to do with the inability to produce and use words. Another learning difficulty or disorder is called dyscalculia. Dyscalculia simply has to do with the inability to calculate, having a difficult time calculating and doing basic mathematics. So for some people, they fear maths, they are unable to really dabble well with the figures and manipulate them as they should. And so even doing basic maths such as calculating, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division is so much work for them, and it's difficult for them to carry out. So that is also another learning disability that people have challenges with. And there is yet another known as dyspraxia. Dyspraxia is a learning difficulty that makes learners have trouble or have problems coordinating their movements. So they are unable to really do good movement and then coordinate them well. So if a child has dyspraxia, chances are they are usually clumsy, they are unable to handle things on their own, they would have difficulty even moving or writing, and the most visible of all, they would take a long time to learn how to even lace their shoes because of their inability to properly move and coordinate their movement. So that is dyspraxia. And then the third group of learners who have difficulty in learning are characterized under what we call attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, simply referred to as ADHD. They have difficulty paying attention. They have difficulty concentrating whilst in class. They cannot pay attention for too long, and they are unable to appreciate the lessons being taught in class because they have attention deficit. So when lessons are taught beyond a certain span of time, the ability to appreciate and grasp the concept wanes drastically. At the end of the day, the lesson becomes uninteresting to them. So that is another form of learning difficulty. And the last one I'll be touching on for our learning today has to do with um, the ability for people to learn, coordinate, and associate with other people. It's known as autism, a condition whereby the sufferer or the victim is unable to appreciate the socialization process in society. They are unable to move with people, to blend with them, and to network with them. And that impacts their learning on how they even understand themselves and understand other people. So, as a result of this, they are unable to learn and appreciate learning as we normally see it. So these are some of the learning difficulties, the specific learning disorders that people generally face, and as a result of that, they are unable to make the most out of their learning. I hope you learned something from this video. In subsequent videos, I may explain these into details and how we can approach this should you or anyone you know have the difficulty. All right. Before you sign off, don't forget to like, to comment, to share, and to subscribe to my channel so you get more information on this and other topics I'll be tackling. Until I come your way again, I am Gamel. Peace out.